Admiral, good to see you again. Enjoyed the conversation in my office and even more in your office out in the Indo-Pacific. You're a wonderful host. It was very insightful. Some seem to think that if China successfully seizes Taiwan, then the China problem that we have is it's over, and that the United States won't have to worry about China anymore. In these people's view, Taiwan is really all that Beijing wants. So do you agree with this line of thinking, or do you worry that Beijing's ambitions go beyond Taiwan? And if China seizes control of Taiwan, do you think it will consolidate its gains and then seek to use force to expand its control in other areas?
I do not agree, by which I mean I do not agree that all the problems are over. If the Taiwan matter would be settled by force, and that is evident in the PRC's behavior, in the kind of force that they're building, is a force that lends itself to power projection, and
beyond just Taiwan.
Yes, sir. In the Senkakus, in the South China Sea, and then even in the maps that they publish in open source, is an ever-expanding zone.
Admiral, would it be harder for the U.S. and its allied forces, the joint force, to deter or defeat Chinese aggression if Beijing is able to seize control of Taiwan and station forces on Taiwan?
It would be a challenge geographically, and it would also be a challenge in terms of the cohesion of our alliances and partnerships, who would have seen who would have seen the potential failure of an American security agreement.
How would the Chinese threat to U.S. territories in the Western Pacific, like Guam and the Northern Marianas, change if China is able to seize Taiwan and position forces there?
Northern Marianas and Guam are America, and it would be under greater and direct threat.
Thank you. Former chairman of the Joint Chiefs, General Milley, testified that strengthening Taiwan's asymmetric defenses is vital not only to bolster deterrence against China, but also to reduce operational risk to U.S. forces who may be called to help defend Taiwan. Do you agree with the former chairman's testimony?
I do, sir.
Would you elaborate on that?
Actions that Taiwan takes to strengthen its own defenses have a 3-to-1 leverage against aggression. This is military doctrine on assault ratios. And accordingly, to the extent that Taiwan can make itself a porcupine with sea denial capabilities, with the ability to defeat an invader at sea, undersea, in the air, to the invasion beaches, has 3-to-1 leverage in the investment in its ability to defend itself and ensure that the tension in the straits are resolved peacefully and not by coercion.
Thank you. So is it fair to say that the United States should be doing everything possible to get Taiwan the asymmetric defense capabilities and associated training and other support required to defend itself against a Chinese invasion?
The scale of the support is a decision of the Commander-in-Chief and of the Congress. I support any effort that makes Taiwan stronger.
Is it fair to say that Taipei also needs to be doing everything possible to strengthen Taiwan's defenses, including by increasing Taiwanese defense spending and making necessary defense reforms, for instance, to Taiwan's reserve forces and conscription program?
Yes, sir, I agree, and if confirmed, I will stress that.
Thank you, Admiral. Appreciate your time today, Chairman.